Hi, it's counselor and educator, Dr. Greg Jantz. As a counselor and author now, 45 books. Amazing. I have to tell you, one of the most tender, difficult topics is that of divorce and how to move on after there's been a divorce and a relationship has ended. And whether it's expected, whether it was sudden, whether it was abusive. The ending of a divorce comes for a lot of different reasons. The ending of the relationship. It can feel like the very end. I'm going to tell you that through the clients that we've worked with here at the Center, A Place of Hope, that it is not the end. It's a painful time. It's a time where there is great challenges. We ask questions, and the first thing I wanted to share is the emotional aftermath of a divorce. It's called grief. Grief is normal. Divorce represents a loss. Not just a loss of letting go of a person. You're letting go of everything that had been normal. Routines, dreams, maybe even a shared identity. Number 2, you may feel a mix of emotions. Sadness, relief, guilt, anger, loneliness. They're all valid and they're all to be expected. They're all valid. There's what we're going to call, or what's been referenced as, identity shifts. Many individuals feel lost after a divorce, especially if their identity was tied to being a spouse or parent. And that family unit is no longer the same. All right. The importance of acceptance. And I know this is brief video for a very big topic, but we do need to accept. It's the letting go of what ifs. It's accepting where we are. And I'm going to add, from a personal perspective, God's plans for us from this point forward. We can easily ruminate on all the what ifs in the past, and it can be a tough time. And number 2, we need to release the blame game. Whether it's self-blame, blaming others, blaming the other person, blaming ourselves, blame. That spirit of blame, that anger turns into resentment, and it will keep you stuck. Number 3, we have to allow ourselves to grieve. There is a letting go, and there is a needed space that is so important. We also know that there needs to be steps towards healing and rebuilding. We have to create new routines. We've got to rebuild our life and relationships, and we've got to reconnect with what's really important to us. And we've got to, like never before, surround ourselves with healthy, positive individuals and influences. Sometimes we have to learn how to be okay with ourselves and okay to reestablish friendships. Got to be careful about rebouncing right back into another relationship. All right, here's the next area to look at. We have to navigate, if there's children involved, co-parenting and all those family dynamics. I know we all want to put kids first, put the children first. We want to always represent communication that's respectful and child-focused. And here's the one that I see happens a lot. We use children as the messengers or allies. So they're not to relay information. They're not to be an ally. Separate them from that. And then there's the structure and the predictable help. Creating a consistent routine for the kids, clear communication, and you're going to build over time stability and routine. What is the path to resilience? Forgiveness is got to be in there somewhere. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. And I'm going to say forgiveness is a gift to yourself. Sometimes we need professional help to help us with that. Other times we need to forgive a ex-partner in all the ways that we were hurt and damaged. Doing so leads us to the next step, which is rebuilding our self-worth. Divorce doesn't have to define who we are or our future. We're still whole and we're still deserving of love. We're still whole and we're still deserving of love. Yeah, painful. We will go stronger. We will grow more optimistic for our future, even though we don't see it. We can focus on growth. What can this life change teach you? What can it teach us, and where can we go from here? Rebuilding a positive future. Sometimes we get stuck in coping mechanisms. We stay stuck in depression. We fall into social media. We fall into alcohol. We start having unhealthy coping mechanisms. Sometimes that's when we see a person. You go, I had a lot of pain, but how I dealt with the pain wasn't the best, and I'm ready to move on. Sometimes we've got to ask for help at that point. Or if I can't get out of the hurt or the resentment on my own, it's time to ask for help. It's an important piece. Healthy people will ultimately ask for help, and you won't regret that. And there is hope. There is healing after a painful ending to a relationship.